singing and praising with my mind. Stand on equality, singing and praising with my mind.
And if someone that's part of your group that intends to do something different, once they indicate, hey, if any organizer, if the organizer said, hey, we don't want you guys here, then we're going to politely come down and ask you guys to relocate to our counter-protest area, which is in a reasonable distance from here. And where that's going at is north on Portland Street. Supreme Court said as long as we identify a reasonable area for a counter-group to protest, we can do that. And then, you know, if you get on megaphones and shout back and want to do all that, that's fine. But at the same time, we made for a safe environment. Okay.
Do you consider singing to be a form of...
Oh, any noise that would conflict with this group because we within the block. You see what I'm saying? Usually when they get a permit, it's for this whole block. We don't know if 50 going to show up or 5,000 going to show up.
I think we're okay being in silence if we're able to be in this
well,
space,
there again, as long as they don't oppose that. If they raise their hand and say, hey, we don't want you guys here, then we're going to have to honor that request.
I just wasn't aware that you could get a permit for public sidewalk space. So basically the police told us that we weren't even allowed to be on a public sidewalk, and when pressed for why and saying that that was a violation of our civil rights and of our freedom of speech, he said, I know, but we would do this for other groups as well. You can't be here, you can't counter-protest, and the only condition that they would allow us to stay on was if we agreed to be completely silent, which is when we made the decision to, as we walked to our bus, begin singing and hold up the signs. As we got to our bus, there was a man that came up and began to protest us being there, and in talking with one of the other riders, I was just saying that it was really sad because at the end of the day, all they have is hate, and they don't win anything. It's just hate, and all they're left with is this cancer inside of their body. Whereas if we win love, we win equality, we win freedom, and they don't win anything. And all I could feel was sadness. And normally, you know, I think I'd be angry about the words that he was saying, but all I felt was just sad for him.
Singing and praising with my mind. Stand on equality, singing and praising with my mind.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land. Ain't gonna let no churches turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no churches turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on to freedom land.
So this is day number 2 for the Equality Ride, and today we're at Carver College. So we have not been invited on campus, but we have been in conversation with some of the police this morning. We were able to speak to one of the police officers here at Carver's campus who's been very friendly, very welcoming to us. Supposedly the president is on his way to talk, not to talk necessarily, but for chapel service, which is happening in a few moments with a few of the students this morning. We're hoping, and what we've been hearing is that we might get a meeting with the president at 4 p.m. So that's something that we've really been looking forward to, and we've really been sort of trying to get to happen over the last few months of us kind of dialoguing with them. And so it seems like today might be the day that we actually get to sit in a room and talk together. So it's most likely going to be off campus, which is totally fine, and we're really excited about it. We just want to have any kind of dialogue. We have some really wonderful, our Equality Riders have their Bible study set up there, over there with their table and chairs and Bibles already. We have some students in the chapel right now that can see us through the glass window, so that feels really good. We had a couple students come up and talk to us who seem to be, you know, open for the dialogue. We have some very wonderful folks from a Nashville school that yet to be named that are watching us to make sure, you know, we're not doing anything completely out there while we're here. And so, while there is no press today, you know, we're creating our own sort of press and kind of getting the word out. It feels like we're getting some good attention. And so I see the president actually rolling up right now, so I'm going to go talk to him.
Singing and praising with my mind. Stand on and talking with my mind.
My mind it was
Staying on equality. Walking and talking with my mind. Staying on equality. Walking and talking with my mind.
my mind it was
Staying on equality. Hallelujah.
hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah, hallelujah.
Walk, walk, a 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 walk, walk.
I went down to the river, and the river, it was cold, and it chilled my natural body, but it did not disturb my soul. Oh, if you don't believe that I have been redeemed, follow me on down to that Jordan stream. Oh,